See this? This is 2 cents. I'm going to give it to you today. Gonna start something new on this channel. It's called My 2 Cents. Every Friday I'm gonna come at you with something that pisses me off, or something that's been on my mind, or something that I've been like complaining about with friends, not in front of the camera. And this idea kind of came to me because if you look at the 100 and something odd videos that I have, oddly enough, the ones that I complain and bitch about a product or a service or something tend to do very well. And I'm not doing this necessarily for views, but I'm easy to trigger in a comical way. And what I mean by that is that like I can get worked up really easily, and I do it in a fun manner. I'm really not serious 90% of the time, and it takes a lot to really upset me, but I do like to bitch, and I do like to express my opinion. So I thought that maybe I'll just do a weekly series where every Friday I give you my 2 cents. So let's kick this off, and I'm gonna probably, I wouldn't say piss off, but probably offend some people, not like with language or anything like that, but I'm gonna try to keep this stuff related to fishing and my fishing community. So I thought the best way to start this whole series off was with the KBF National Championship and what I think of it. Everybody who knows me personally, who I text or talk with, I've expressed my opinion 100 times on this. And the KBF, if you're not familiar, is the Kayak Bass Federation, or and it's the National Trail Tournament, and it's started by Chad Hoover, and it's a wonderful organization. It has greatly increased the exposure of our sport, and it's gotten a lot more people into it, which is a good thing. And it's provided a format that it's allowing for a national trail. So we always had these regional and local clubs that were like, fishing specifically endemically to like Northern California. So you had a Northern California club, you had a Southern California club, but there was nothing really cohesive until KBF came along. So KBF, love the organization, love the guys who started it. I'm sure if I met them in person, they would be great to get along with as well. But I do have one little gripe about this year in specific and the KBF National Championship. Now, it's taking place pretty soon. A lot of people are getting in a car on Saturday and driving out to Kentucky Lake. Something like 700 anglers are going to fish for $100,000. Not a bad chunk of change for throwing a line in the water and chasing little green fish around. So, but what I have a problem with this year is some people's attitudes towards it and the sense of accomplishment that they got from getting qualified for the National Championship. Now, I'm going to preface all that by saying I qualified for the National Championship, but not in the way that I wanted to qualify for the National Championship. There are things called roll downs, and I was a roll down. I fished only 2 KBF tourneys this year on my side of the country for the trail, and I fished them both horribly, and yet somehow I still qualified to go fish the National Championship. Now, I find that very comical because you can literally tell in my group of friends who didn't have a first place finish or didn't fish very well throughout the year, people were kind of sending out texts or getting emails or making posts on Facebook being like, I just qualified for the National Championship. I just qualified for the National Championship. And it just kind of went down the line. And there's no real sense of pride for me to qualify for a national championship where I didn't really put out my best. Well, I put out my best where I didn't have the best days fishing. And to qualify for something, it didn't feel special. And what ended up happening and what I really saw was there was 2 kinds of mindsets and mentalities for people that were part of the roll down process. And that was, hey, this is kind of funny. I'm going to go because I'm never going to get this chance again. I have a couple of friends who have that mindset and mentality. And I think that is a positive, that's the positive and the best possible way to look at it. It's like, hey, if this is going to happen this year, it might not happen next year, I'm going to go and take advantage of it. So there's that mentality, but then there's this other mentality that I've seen a lot of people have where it's just like, I qualified for the national championship, I'm a badass. Like, dude, you're not. And I'm not targeting anyone specifically because there's a group of people that have been behaving that way. There's nothing special about going to the national championship this year, and that's my 2 cents about this whole subject. There's nothing special about it. There are a lot of people that qualified, and they qualified in the way that I would have wanted qualified. They won a local tourney. They won a KBF tourney. They placed in the top 3 consistently. They fished all the events. But when guys like me qualify, and guys below me qualify, and above me a little bit qualify, because they fished a night tournament, or they finished 37th in a tournament that was a KBF tournament, there's nothing special about that. It seemed like an act of desperation. Now, I don't know if it was an act of desperation because they had to get a certain amount of people to Kentucky Lake, but it just came off really, really kind of not special. So for everybody that is fishing the KBF event, I want to wish you guys the best of luck. I want you guys to get there safely. I want you to have a blast, and I want the weather to cooperate for you, and I want everybody to catch fish. I'm kind of hoping that somebody I know or somebody from this region wins. It'd be kind of cool to be like, hey, that guy won a national championship, and, you know, really kind of be able to communicate with that person and see how it really was. That's my 2 cents. What do you think about it? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Going fishing. Saturday. Friday. Talk to you soon. And just so you know, this little rant will happen every Friday. Bye.